Hello, everybody. I'm Duke, the Doer of Sports, the Duke of Entertainment. Sports fans, let's talk sports. The Nintendo Switch, the PS Vita, the PSP. What am I talking about? Well, the PS Vita and the Vita are long dead. Well, some people have it, and some people might be developing for them still, but Nintendo Switch is the superior handheld system of them all. And I say this with confidence. And the thing is, why PS Vita and, well, why PS Vita and PSP are no longer with us anymore is because they didn't think outside the box. They didn't think, hey, we could have something that could that we could hook it into and we could play it on the screen. And they had the remote stuff where you can remotely play a PlayStation 4 or 3. Well, why didn't you do more of that? Well, why didn't you put every single game that you could ever think that was on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 that you could play on your PS Vita, that you could transfer on your PS Vita? I forgot. It's all about consoles. And I'm not saying PS4 is a bad system. I'm just saying Nintendo Switch is the superior system that PS Vita and PlayStation PSP should have been. And it all starts where you can just have your Nintendo Switch and play it at home. Or, hey, I gotta go on that long road trip. I'm gonna take my PS. I'm gonna take my Nintendo Switch with me, and I'm gonna take it on the train. I'm gonna take it. Well, no, I'm not going to do that again. Well, train, car, airplane. I'm gonna play Zelda, a game that is beloved by everybody. Mario Odyssey, beloved by everybody. And this is just not. This is just the beginning. Think about it. You have a system that you can play pretty much anywhere. Or if you want to play at home, play it at home. Or you could play with people. And what was PS Vita? PS Vita didn't know what it was. PSP didn't know what it was. You had to have those little, if you remember, the little circle, tiny circle disc to put in there and watch movies. Why didn't you make a whole media system? If media system where you could download the games you're playing on your PlayStation 3 when PSP was around, or PS Vita, off your PlayStation 4. Maybe you still wouldn't have survived, but hey, you would probably had a chance. And when Nintendo brings their online to the Switch, can you just imagine maybe playing old school games, Balloon Fight, Donkey Kong, all sorts of great Nintendo, Super Nintendo 64, GameCube games on your Nintendo Switch. When the online thing is, if it's good, if it's really good, and there's quality stuff that you can play, then PS, PSP and PS Vita and Sony itself didn't handle their system, their handheld system. And I'm not saying that Nintendo hasn't been in this game for a long time, because they have been in the game for a very long time. Game Boy, Game Boy SP, Game Boy Color. Well, the SP came later. Game Boy Color games, and DS, 3DS, 2DS. And are they going to get rid of those? I want to get rid of the the 2DS. I want to get rid of the 3DS. I would dominate and show Sony and Microsoft how you do it, how you do the handheld systems. And I am going to say this, I don't think we'll ever see another PSP again. I don't know if Microsoft could ever do it either. Is there anybody that could stop Nintendo now? Because they're on a dang roll. And this roll is not gonna stop. It's like a Mack truck. This and the whole thing is the Wii and the Wii U were a disaster. But what happened? They brought the Switch out. People were like, "Oh my gosh, what did I don't know about the system." But when they started playing it, when they started getting it, they were like, "This is incredible! I can play with that guy with these cool little mini games, and I have a Zelda game right out of the box." So remember, Sony, if you try to do a handheld system, and Mr. Microsoft, if you try to do a handheld system, make sure it's compatible to the player. Make sure that it is playable and it will work both ways. And make sure that it works on the internet too. Because that is a crucial thing. And this might just be a little conversation with you and Microsoft, Mr. Sony, and Microsoft. So, if you guys think of ever coming back into the game of handheld, take a lesson from Nintendo, because they're brushing their shoulders off, because they are the master of the game. Well, the master Jedi of the game, I would say. And they got the market all wrapped up. And I wouldn't be surprised if they outsell Sony and Microsoft. Might have the nice graphics, Microsoft and Sony, but you don't got the intelligence of the game, what Nintendo knows what the gamers want. And that's why the PSP and the PS Vita failed. And it's always awesome, radical, cowabunga, dude.